Hello, it's Don. All right, we're packing in Panga, getting it ready to go. This is opening weekend of American Red Snapper. Well, this is Sunday already, and tomorrow's Monday. It goes tomorrow, thank God. It's going to be a beautiful day out there to call in for great weather. I'm getting the boat all ready, trolling motor charged up, all my gear, my poles are already loaded up, tackle bag, and such. You know, all the stuff you think about getting your boat ready. I'll be checking the oil on the motor and all that. A lot of people don't think about checking their trailer, you know, and I'm a little guilty about it, but not as bad as some. But you know, I'm checking my trailer bearings right now, and you know, I watched a video here not long ago on YouTube. You know, I was bebopping around like people do, and this video came up on how to check your trailer bearings, you know, are they good or bad. And this guy says it's real easy, and he had 100,000 views, and I can't believe it, and I'm not going to call him out, but he's an idiot. Excuse me. He says, well, you know, you just drive to wherever you're going. You know, in his case, he had to drive 30, 40 miles to get to his favorite fishing hole. And he says, then what you do is you get there and you fill your hub. And if it's hot, well, then, you know, you got bad bearings, you got to deal with it. Well, you know what? If I just drove 30, 40 miles to get somewhere and my bearings are hot, I'm worried, am I going to make it back? No. You check your bearings in your home, in your driveway. You can do something about it. And it's real easy. You can see I've already got my jack underneath here. I've got it jacked up. Just spin the tire. That's all. You don't hear nothing. If you got bad bearings, you'll hear them rumbling there. Rumble, rumble. You know, you hear that? That's bad. No, don't go. Fix your hub, change your bearings, do whatever you got to do. And then if you're kind of hard of hearing like I am, just put your hand on your fender while that tire's going around. And if you got bad bearings, you'll feel it rumbling in there. It's not supposed to rumble. It's supposed to be nice and smooth. They're bearings. Okay, so this trailer, like so many these days, have what's called a super lube axle, easy lube. There's different names for it. But there's no reason not to keep your bearings greased other than just being lazy like I've been. But I'm going to show you here. If you've got this, and I see people do this all the time, they take this off. I'm putting bearing buddies on here. Don't do it. Bearing buddies are horrible. I wish I would have invented them. Best money-making scheme out there ever. Let's see if I can get this camera set up. There we go. There we go. So this is what they call a super lube axle, easy lube. Get you right on there. And it's just got a little rubber plug in the middle. And if you got some good fingernails, you can get in there behind it, but I always just break a little tool. I get right in there, a little screwdriver, and you pop that out, and then right out of the gate, I can see my grease is good in there. But then I take my grease gun. I got one of these fancy battery-powered ones here. And then there's a grease fitting in behind all that. I just know that it's there, otherwise you have to wipe it off. Hold a little drag down here. And start pumping grease. Now what that's done, it's filling the grease from the back. It's pushing fresh grease all the way through my bearings and out the front. And you can see my grease is good, red grease here. I got no issues at all. If I had water and brown, ooky, what I call baby poop coming out of there, then I know, hey, I got to service these bearings. That's not good. There's not supposed to be water and brown baby poop in there. All right. So then, you know, I got this extra. I just wipe it off. I just use a little throwaway towel here. That's all. And get a little extra. You got to have room for heat expansion. It is going to make some warmth in there. It's supposed to. Put your little rubber plug back in. And now I know my bearings are good. I don't have to get somewhere 30, 40 miles from here and wonder if they're good and wonder if I'm going to make it back. So that's good. I'm greased. They're good. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check my tire pressure. In this case of this trailer, I've got truck tires on here. I don't mess around. I don't trust trailer tires anymore. These are load range D truck tires. They call for 65 PSI. This is a light boat, so I'll only put 55 in there, but still, that's plenty, because as they heat up, they'll gain more air. So, hey, you know, in a nutshell, check your trailer. It's got to get you to the boat ramp and back. Back, that's the key. Just like going out your boat 40 miles offshore, you want to get back. Okay, so we've touched on the bearings. Keep your bearings up, keep them greased, just spin check them. Don't wait to get somewhere to see if it's hot. Let's not forget your lights. Make sure they all work all the way around. At least your stop tail lights. You know, I get it if a side light's out. You know, these boat trailers are a pain. One day I'll make a video on how I make my lights permanent once and for all, wired and good to go. But anyways, we'll save that for another time. Anyway, so my tire pressure's up, my bearings are good, my lights work. We're going on after American Red Snapper tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.